Hey guys and gals, we're going to be doing something a little different today, and we got ourselves a little flyer envelope, and this was provided by the Lego Ambassador Network for observation and review. So I'm going to open this up here, and we're going to take a look at this together. And let's see here. Okay, we have another one sealed for freshness. All right, sealed air. And this is how the packages usually arrive. Maybe I'll have to do an unboxing on the bigger stuff one day, but I figure I'll just do it like this to make it seem more exciting. And that's basically what I got here. Now, for those of you who probably have seen these probably on other various social medias, these are the new packing things that Lego's focusing in terms of replacing the Pick-a-Brick cups. Now, I've never been to a Lego store. I don't even own an official Pick-a-Bricks cups, but we're going to take a look at these today. And basically, these are meant for, like, you know, going to a Lego store and packing your parts in. So, looks like they sent me several of these. Kind of wish they would have just sent me one of each. Okay, so these just kind of fold out. So they're flat packed. All right. I'm going to save these regardless. And basically this is what you do. So I think you may have these just sitting somewhere and you would just fill them up. Okay. And we're going to fold these down here. So consider this like a tutorial. Now, Jay, why on earth would you ask for boxes? Empty packaging. That's what it said on the invoice when I was getting the offer. Was empty packaging. And well, I got this for a few reasons. I know a lot of you guys and gals who watch my channel are into mock building. So, looks like these are all the same size. And the thing about mock building is, from time to time, you got to go to a Lego store and purchase parts. You know, if you're lucky enough to have a Lego store, I'm not. So, as you can see though, these are pretty easy to unfold and stuff. I'm not having any binding issues or anything like that. And these are meant to replace the Pick-a-Brick cups. Now, what I'm gathering is that Lego's doing away with all the plastic stuff, eventually moving to this. Now, these are recyclable, obviously. It's paper, you can recycle it. They're not as rigid as the Pick-a-Brick cups, but there you go. We get 3 different sizes here. That's obviously the large one. And we have, well, now, once you close them, you can't open them up, huh? I bet these weren't easy to open without ripping them. I don't want to rip them because I want to use them for, maybe I'm going to have to. Well, let's not close these for sake of discussion here. That little one was hard to open. You just have to stick your finger in there and just kind of get that open. There's 3 different sizes. And basically you go up to the Pick-a-Brick and then you would just fill these up. Okay. Looks like these are the same, just one's about 1/3. What are these supposed to be, like Lego bricks? So this is probably a 2x4 and you got a 2x2 brick and a 2x2 by 2/3 plate. And these are supposed to be the new way to pack your bricks. Now, the thing about this, in the Lego store, they have the large and small Pick-a-Brick cups. But one thing that the Pick-a-Bricks cups have, you know, that they're cylindrical. And they're also rigid. These are not too rigid, I can tell you that right now. Most people, I think, throw away the Pick-a-Brick cups. Some people I know use them for storage. These, I don't know. But how much could you pack in one of these things, you know? I wish they had provided me bricks to put in there. you know, pick-a-brick cups, you know, I always hear guys saying that they pack them with the big stuff and they sprinkle a bunch of studs to fill in the spots, right? Because they're round, you know, you're never going to fit square bricks. Lego's square, the pick-a-brick cups are round. Well, these here are square. Now, I'm going to do a test on these. I'm going to fill them up with bricks. So we're going to take a look here. Let me go get some bricks here and we're going to test it out. So I grabbed everybody's favorite 2x4 bricks. And we're going to see how many bricks tall. Let's grab some different colors here, you know. And I want to see how tall these are in brick form. Now, a lot of the other guys are probably going to go into some intricate details on how the theories on these boxes are. I want to know exactly how many things can you pack in here. Because you know Lego's going to make you do that. They're going to make you pack these in there pretty tight if you want to get the most bang for your buck. And as you can see here, I wish that was a little taller to accommodate at least 6 bricks. Well, how much can we put on? If we put them on their sides here, let's see how many you can get in here this way. I have several thousand of these 2x4 bricks. It's a size that I normally don't use. I just want to see here, you know, how tight can you fit them in? Well, we can't get even numbers that way. It looks like I can almost set these in here. Now, why am I doing this? Why did I accept something like this? Just to see. Just to kind of see for myself. I'll probably never visit a Lego store in my life. There's not one out here. And I'm just going to push these together. A lot of guys that I know that go to a Lego store often, they pack those cups in so tight that they're about to burst. I bet if they drop those cups, it'd be like dropping like a piece of like pottery. It would just shatter all over the place. And I'm just seeing how many we could fit in here. And this is kind of like a quick tutorial onto how to pack your pick-a-brick cups or your pick-a-brick box. Looks like we could fit evenly here, huh? And yes, it still has some tan left over from the campground. So I can easily fit these in this way here. And what is that? We have 10, so we can go up to 19 bricks tall. Let me make sure here. Yeah, we got 9 here and then 10 up here. So you can go 19. And I'm going to spare everybody how many bricks I could put in here because I don't want to make this video any longer. So I'm just going to do this real quick. We already know it's 19 deep or 19 in width, and looks like, so you're going to have to still fill in some odd sizes here and there. So these are not perfectly square for these by any means. And the same probably goes for this one here too. It's the same height as this, so you might be able just to fit in just a couple of these. And I was hoping at least be sized up with Lego bricks in general. And one thing I've learned from people telling me, just don't do this. All right? But we're going to do it anyways. Okay, we're going to just drop them in there. Why? Because when you go to a pick-a-brick wall, this is what you do. I've never been to one, but what I've been told, you don't. That's one thing you don't do. But we're going to do it for sake of discussion here. Of course, if they're studs, you can do that. I don't know about the rules of hanging out at the pick-a-brick wall all day, packing your bricks in, but there you go. And of course, if you want to close these up, this was the easiest one to close. And I'm more worried about these. Let go. I'm worried more about these flying open if I were to carry them out of a shop. If you're packing these in, so if you're at Lego's Pick-a-Brick, I mean, I don't need a pick-a-brick. I got plenty of that stuff here at the house. So we'll just pretend. But let's say I'm at a store right now. I hope they have a counter where you can set your cup out and just pack it in, because I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people probably won't cover this. Well, I mean, the bottom seems pretty firm, but I'm afraid this is just going to come apart here. There's no way to lock that down. And let me get that out of the way there. We're just going to focus on this real quick. And for this being Lego, though, and you can tell this is recycled material. I don't know if the inks are soy or acid base. I don't know. I didn't ask. But the box art is not really colorful, but it's interesting, to say the least. So I guess if you want, you have a spot here you can put a message on and stuff like that. So we got a barking dog and some robot thing and some corner 1x2x2 plates or bricks. We got some weird pieces here. Yeah, I'm already bending this already. So these are not meant to be saved like the pick-a-brick cups. But I want to know what you guys and gals think of these here. Okay? From what I can tell, though, and I mean, it is going to cut down on Lego's petroleum consumption and stuff like that, especially with the ongoing situation right now that's going on in the world. And I'm not going to get into all that on here. This is just a Lego channel. But now looking at these close up, these are not I'm just going to leave them like this. The artwork's pretty interesting. If they would change the artwork for seasonal use, like let's say it's Christmas time, they put some Christmas colors on the Christmas builds. These would be pretty cool. These might be actually a great collector's item. Well, I don't have enough space to close that, but this one's probably small for minifigures and accessories. I do have that spider. I do have the wig. Losing my hair. I'd lose my hair if I had a Lego store close by, but no, I got to travel a state over. That's a whole rant in itself. It looks like they all have the speech bubble on the side. And this is an impromptu video, so this wasn't scripted like a lot of the other big boys do. This is a first impressions. And honestly, I mean, Lego is going to go to this route eventually. How do I feel about it? If you do get these, or if we ever get them in the future, there's a couple things you can do. If you want to use these for storage, you can. Matter of fact, they sent me probably 3 or 4 of each here. Yeah, we just did this. We get 2 of those. I get 2 of those. I get 2 of these, and then I get 2 of these. So they sent me 9 in total. What will I do with the extras? So let's say I go and buy a bunch of these at the Pick-a-Brick wall. Pack them in as tight as I can, bring them home, dump out the contents. What do I do with the boxes? And I'd use them for storage. Now, a couple ways we could do these here. Let me just dump one of these out. Back in the bin is you could just fold these tabs inwards and tape them down, or you can cut these off. These would still make great sorting containers. Or you can use these to store bricks you commonly don't use. Or if you're starting out into Lego hobby, these would be a great thing to store. Like right here, you could write in here like 2x4 bricks, design number or element ID number. Right? It depends on how you catalog your inventory. And these are perfect for storing bricks you commonly don't really use. Now, if you're new into this, this would be a great way to start. I don't know if they'll let you take a bunch of these home with you, but yeah. But how do I feel about these? Like I said, if I had a Pick-a-Brick cup, I can do the compare and contrast. I don't. But just from experience with you know, storing my stuff in butter containers. The butter container is going to last a lot longer than these. So I'm assuming the pick-a-brick cups are going to last longer. The only thing is they're not cylindrical than the pick-a-brick cups. These are perfect for storing square things. But as you saw in here, you're going to have to find ways to pack them up. Matter of fact, I should do is do it. Let me just, we're going to have a little fun here. Let me dump that out real quick. We're going to do a stud. We're going to measure some studs in here. Okay. Oh, it's brittle brown. We got to be careful. That may break. See, I wish you could just store a full 2x4 in there. You can't. So, the interior, let's round it down to 11 studs. So it's 11 by something. We don't know. Well, that's 20 right there. Wow. So it's roughly 11 by 23 studs for interior space. And we already know it's like 5 and something bricks tall. Or if you really want to get pretty technical and you want to pack these in tighter, just do it like that. The bottoms are kind of springy too. So these are 11 by 23, and I'm assuming these are 11 by 11. And this one here is probably, well, let's press something down other than the reddish brown. We don't need to be breaking things today. Let's see here. Yeah, I wish they'd made these perfect. They're close, but not close enough. So you can only store like 3.5 bricks tall worth of stuff in there, and I can't even get these apart. So whoever says taking apart bricks is easy, I probably will never get these apart here. Well, there we go. I don't use 2x4s that often. And my feelings on these, you know, here's the deal. You go in and you fill them up, you bring them home. What else could you use them for? We already mentioned about storage. For me, I'm glad I got the opportunity, and I want to thank the Ambassador Network and the AFOL engagement team for sending these to me, because this is about as close as I'm ever going to get. But just taking the time to look at the artwork, I'm seeing these more as a themed item. Like, let's say it's Easter, for example. Lego could come in here and put an Easter theme on these. Or a Christmas theme. Halloween would be cool, too. These are just kind of generic. Now, when you're done with these and you want to save them, I'm sure you can just unfold these and just push these back in. Let's see how easy it is to bring these back apart here. Pull that back out like this. And see, I'm having a hard time here to get this broken down. So if you're one of those guys that wants to save these, looks like it may be a challenge. And then, yeah, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not that easy here without bending and breaking things here. Oh, there we go. And I got it back the way it was. So if you're collecting these and Lego makes these a collector's piece, you can fold them back down and just vacuum seal them, huh? You know, if you're inclined to do that. But that's pretty much what these are. And honestly, though, just from messing with these now and seeing these in person, I can think of some strengths and weaknesses with these. You're going to have the same, if you're packing these tight, you're going to have to pack them with plates. You're going to have to pack them in tight with tiles and other pieces. So it's not like you can make a solid brick within these here. Because trust me, if I was at a Lego store, that's probably what I'd do. I'd be packing these things so tight that this thing would feel like just a solid piece of masonry brick. You know? But in fact, you could even build with these too, huh? You could build with these. And of course, like I mentioned, you can write down what parts are in here if you're using these for storage. And you could store them like this on their ends too. Although this one here is twice as long. See, for me, I can use these for storage. But I want to know what you guys and gals think of the new Lego Pick-a-Brick storage boxes. To me, I like the graphical artwork, but they just... And I understand why they're doing this. These are recyclable. They don't really take any oil or petroleum products, you know. Especially petroleum and stuff like that today is getting to be expensive. It depends how... Here we call it gas. I know in England they call it petrol. You know, it's getting pricey everywhere. You know, we're all feeling the pinch. How do I feel about them? I don't know. These are not as durable as the Pick-a-Brick cups, but honestly, though, these look a lot more colorful than the white Pick-a-Brick cups. But I'm mixed emotions about these. I'm going to be honest, this kind of reminds me of the fast food containers we had back when I was a kid. You'd pack like a hamburger or something. It's like, you'd open this up and there's your hamburger and you'd have your fries. The Kentucky Fried Chicken KFC containers are about this. They were bigger than this, but you'd have your chicken and your biscuit and stuff, and that does sound good. That we don't have one in my area. But... I'm going to be honest, though, I don't think these are going to last too long in terms of just opening and closing these up. So I'm glad that the engagement team shared these with me. I like the artwork on them. Like I said, it's colorful, and you can tell it's made out of recyclable material. I don't know if it says it on the back. Yes, it is recyclable. So if you don't want them, you can recycle them. Put them in your recycle bin. And I'm sure these could be repurposed into not only putting your bricks in, but recycle them into something else. But I want to know, though, what you guys and gals think of the new Pick-a-Brick packaging. For me, I mean, they're bright and colorful. But that's all I can say. You know, I'm kind of rambling on here. I'm kind of mixed emotion about it, but for the most part, like I said, this looks pretty cool. It's better than looking at a plastic cup that just says Lego on it. But for me, it's a change. But the only way to really tell, though, is once Lego puts these in the field hardcore, that's the only way to know. The only thing I'm missing the experience here is going to the Pick-a-Brick wall. But honestly, I'd have to bring my pickup truck because I'd be bringing home crates of parts. Maybe it's a good thing I don't have a store out here. So yeah, what kind of sizes? You couldn't put base plates in here. And if you're like me, oh, wait a minute. Here's a size that we can't put in here. I'll bring it to you. Let's say, for example, you're at the Pick-a-Brick wall. And you see these up there just for some miraculous reason. Or a 16 by 16 stud plate. How are you going to fit that in there, huh? They're missing one size, and that's to fit stuff like this in here. They also have some 24 stud plates. Let me grab one out. Let's see if this fits in here. A lot of guys use these for trains. That doesn't fit in there. So if you find these on the Pick-a-Brick wall, I doubt somebody's going to do that. I mean, you probably can fit probably about a good 5 or 6 of them and just fill the holes around it. So Lego, I know you're watching these because you guys do let me know that. Make these more evenly studded. Bring it. I would readjust the sizes on these. Make these 12 by 24 studs. So you could fit these in there. I mean, if you want to make more cells, that's what you want to do. And make another version of this that's a bigger flat pack box. Maybe a 4x4 version of one of these. Because I'm counting these as studs here on the top. Where I can go in there and stock up on these. You know, you can't put that in there. But I just wanted to share my thoughts with you guys and gals, as well as with Lego on these. And they're nice. I don't think they're durable, but I understand why they're doing it. They've got to be recyclable. And yeah, so I'm hoping this rough impromptu video will give you guys a little information on what Lego's planning on doing with these and stuff like that. I know there's a few stores already got them, but I want to hear what you guys think of the new packaging. To me, it's bright and colorful, but I don't know. I really have... I'm not going to give a complete review on this and how I feel. Like, I understand why they're doing it, but tell me what you think.